You've been planning for months. But nothing has actually started. Why? Planning feels productive. It feels safe. It feels like progress. But it's secretly one of the biggest psychological traps your brain ever sets for you. This is called productive procrastination, when busyness replaces actual doing. Here's the science: your brain releases dopamine just from planning a goal. Not achieving it. Just imagining it. So planning literally gives you the pleasure of success without the work. And that creates a dangerous loop. Plan. Feel good. Don't act. Panic. Plan more. Repeat forever. Perfectionists are the worst victims. They plan until every single variable is controlled. But real life doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Too many options create analysis paralysis. The more you plan for every possibility, the harder it becomes to start any one. Here's the dirty secret. Most overplanning is just fear wearing a productive costume. You're not preparing. You're hiding. Planning keeps you inside your comfort zone. Execution forces you out of it. That discomfort is where all real growth happens. We've all done this. Bought all the equipment. Taken the course. Read the book. But never shipped the thing. You don't need another notebook. Another app. Another system. You need to start doing the thing you've been planning. The more time you invest in planning, the harder it becomes to abandon the plan, even when the plan is clearly wrong. Done beats perfect every single time. A mediocre thing that exists beats a brilliant thing that doesn't. There is no right time. There will never be a right time. The right time is a myth invented by your fear to delay your action. Every big company you admire launched ugly. Their first version was embarrassing. That's how they got to good, by starting bad. You can't plan your way to success. You have to experiment your way there. Real feedback from the real world beats any plan. The 2-minute rule: if it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. But more importantly, commit to just 2 minutes on anything scary. You'll almost always keep going. Ask yourself, what is the smallest possible action I could take right now? Not the full plan. Just one step. That's all you need to break the trap. Most people's ratio is backwards. 80% planning, 20% doing. Flip it. Plan just enough to start, then learn from doing. Psychologists call this the action bias. People who act quickly and adjust often outperform those who optimize endlessly before starting. You don't find motivation and then act. You act and then find motivation. Motion creates emotion. Start moving. The deepest fix is an identity shift. Stop identifying as someone who plans to do great things. Start identifying as someone who does great things. Every day you overplan is a day you don't learn, don't grow, and don't get the feedback that would actually improve your plan. Action compounds. Every imperfect step you take builds momentum, skill, and real-world knowledge that no plan can give you. The real cost of overplanning isn't wasted time. It's unlived life. It's the version of you that never got to exist because you kept waiting to be ready. Life doesn't give you the full route up front. Start moving and the path reveals itself, like GPS that recalculates in real time. You can't plan 50 moves ahead in life. The board keeps changing. Play the best move available now, then respond to what happens. A lot of overplanning is really fear of judgment. The truth? Nobody is scrutinizing your first attempt as hard as you think. Most people are too busy worrying about their own plans. You don't get confident and then start. You start and then get confident. Confidence is built through action, not preparation for action. Ship it. Put it out there. The market, the audience, the world, they will tell you what to fix better than any amount of solo planning. Experts sometimes overplan because they know too much about what can go wrong. Beginners outlearn them because beginners just try. The startup graveyard is full of perfect plans that never launched. Your idea doesn't need a better plan. It needs a launch date. No reader has ever been moved by an outline. No customer has ever paid for a roadmap. Create the thing, not the plan for the thing. You will never feel fully ready. Readiness is not a destination you arrive at, it's a feeling that comes and goes. Act anyway. There's a difference between reasonable preparation and obsessive overplanning. Surgeons prepare, they don't replan the surgery mid-scrub. Know when enough prep is enough. Military leaders use the 70% rule. If you have 70% of the information you need, make the decision and act. Waiting for 100% means you always act too late. Great products aren't planned into existence. They're iterated into existence. Version 5 is only possible if version 1 exists. Real-world experience is the most powerful teacher on earth. No plan, book, or course can substitute for going out and actually doing it. One day is not a day of the week. If you don't give your dream a specific date, one day will quietly become too late. Some people plan their planning. They optimize their systems for organizing their systems. This is the deepest layer of the trap. The recursion of avoidance. We overcomplicate because complexity feels more serious, more professional. But simplicity is what actually ships. The complex plan is often ego protecting itself. Failure in the real world is not the opposite of progress, it is progress. Every failure gives you something no plan ever could, real information. Nobody is going to give you permission. No authority figure will tap you on the shoulder and say, now you're ready. You give yourself permission. Today. Stop moving the goalpost for when you'll start. Draw the line now. Cross it now. The feeling of readiness follows, it doesn't precede. The 5-second rule, the moment you have an impulse to act on a goal, count 5-4-3-2-1 and physically move. Your brain will try to stop you after 5 seconds. Don't let it. Being around people who do things is one of the fastest cures for overplanning. Their bias toward action becomes contagious. Find your people. Nothing cuts through overplanning like a real deadline. Parkinson's law, work expands to fill the time available. Shrink the time. Watch what gets done. Tell someone your start date, not just your goal. Public commitment dramatically increases follow-through. Make yourself accountable to another human being. Reframe how you see overplanning. It's not diligence. It's self-protection. And once you see it clearly, you can't unsee it, and that's when you start to break free. You already have everything you need to start. Not to finish perfectly, but to begin honestly. The world doesn't need your perfect plan. It needs your imperfect start. So close the notebook. Open the door. Begin.